Okay, so just hear me out on this one for a moment, okay? I know I said I wasn't going to do any celebrity bottles, but things have changed, and let me tell you how. But first, hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and yeah, we're going to do the Aviation Gin. We're going to get to that, so let's first get out. So this is the off the rip episode, and today's off the rip episode is going to be of the Aviation American Gin batch distilled, 42% by volume. It is the 75 milliliter. They come in a 1 liter, a 175. Some places you can find them 375. Bottled by Aviation Gin, Portland, Oregon. Maybe not too much longer. Plainfield, Illinois. I'm sorry, that's the other way around. It's the Portland, Oregon that we're going to be talking about. Distilled in Oregon and or Indiana. Yeah, we're going to get into that. 100% grain neutral spirit. Some of you absolutely do not like that. DrinkIQ.com. It does not say it on that side. Nothing on the other side. But let's talk about it. Let's get it cracked first. It's a twist cap. It is a twist cap. It is a nice little like gunmetal, aviation metal type of cap, but it's probably like 10 or something. Okay, so no, like I said, I kind of made a statement that I would not do any kind of celebrity bottles. So this bottle, Aviation Gin, this label, we'll say this label, Aviation Gin, has two versions. I think one is a little bit upper on the ABV, I think. And I just saw a cranberry blood orange. I should have got it because it looked kind of interesting for sure. But this Aviation Gin was a collaboration that was the front runner for this was Ryan Reynolds. You also know him as Deadpool. And, you know, a few other films. But anyways, so this was, once upon a time, a celebrity bottle. No longer. Because some time ago, I think it was last year maybe, or early this year, Ryan Reynolds sold it. Guess who he sold it to? Diageo. So this is a Diageo product, no longer associated with Ryan Reynolds. He sold it for a couple $100 million. I wish I had a label that, you know, probably had little to do with and then sell it for that much. I doubt he got all of that money. But Diageo does now own Aviation Gin. They currently just shut down, it was a few weeks ago, but they shut down their welcome center, their like little not like gift shop, but like, you know, the little place you go in and then, I don't know I forget what it's called exactly, but it's like a open thing for the public or whatever to go in and see and try and buy and whatever. But they closed it down. They said they are restructuring how they produce this. And you saw it. You saw it right there. So there's two places that are producing this. Portland, Oregon, and Plainfield, Illinois. Yeah. Portland, Oregon is the one that is currently downshifting, resizing, restructuring. They're closing down. So what happens when a conglomerate like Diageo gets a hold of a label? They basically try and squeeze blood out of a stone, and it kills the label. But since it's no longer a celebrity bottle, we can get into it. So let's get into it. On the nose, it's very floral, very botanical. I hope the audio is coming in. I got the microphone, the DJIs. I have dual microphones, one on each shoulder. I hope it's pretty good. I just did a video yesterday. I think everything's fine. I haven't really tested it out on every single type of device, earbuds, phones, whatever, TV. I'm going to check that out on this video today. Hopefully it's all good. If not, we just got to move on. So let's get it on the palate. Interesting. It's a little bit of a dry, not like a serious drying on the palate, but it's a sort of like a London dry, but it's not, it's American, correct? It's all made with It doesn't exactly say. We'll have to figure out on the full review, but while we're there, let's get to that. So I do a 3-part series to my review. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, and share my first impressions with you because that's what I do. Part 2, full review time. We'll drink it down, mostly with gin and tonic. We're going to sip the crap out of some gin and tonic this weekend. Full review. I'm going to put the cap back on it, put it on the shelf, let it sit for a week and a half. I think gin is just another version of vodka, so it's got a mostly neutral grain spirit. But anyway, there it is. Since it's not barreled or anything like that, it kind of does play a little different. But we're going to let it sit. I'm going to go online, find out some more information, come back. We'll talk about it. I'll score it. Continue to drink it because part 3, final pour episode, thusly named, we'll have that final pour in the glass, compare it to today's first pour off the rip and everything in between. Diageo is in hot water right now. Well, actually, they've been in hot water for a few weeks. This is going to be, when it gets released, this is going to be released in a couple days. So, yeah, it's storming like crazy here in San Antonio, like crazy. Flash floods. It's rains for days, off and on. Muggy, nice. We got the windows open, windows closed. It's a dance. We've been doing this dance. But Diageo is in hot water, not with Aviation Gin, but tequila. A few labels of tequila. I think Jose Cuervo, you know, those mainstream, cheap as get out kind of tequilas that people don't care about. Because why? Because they're lying. They're putting on the bottle that it's 100% additive, 100% additive free, agave, 100% agave. Come to find out, none of that's true. They're using different plants, and it's not just agave. They're using a few other different plants. I forget what they're called. Hoven. They're using like a few different other types of plants, and they are adding additives like glycerin, added color, added flavoring, sweeteners that they say is not in there. They put it on the bottle. You better now finally, these companies and regulators are actually holding people accountable when they do these things. They're lying to you. They're lying to everybody, and that's take it off the bottle. Just take it off the bottle. Some of those things that they do have additives, and they're not 100% agave, still not a bad tequila. It's still pretty decent tequila. It's just you add on the extra part of you lying, that just compounds the issue. So let's go to get the second one and we'll move on. That is, yeah, spice, floral, botanical. It's actually not bad. I do fear that even though it's at 42% alcohol by volume, I do think by the time we get this sucker down to about midway for the full review, it's going to lose a little bit of its bite. But you slip it into some tonic water and just easy sip it. Ain't too worried about it. But let's get a look at it. We didn't get a full look at it. I'm sorry about that. It's got some decent enough viscosity. It looks pretty good. Transfers well to the palate. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a dullness to it, a little bit of dryness to it. Not horrible. It's just different from a lot of other things, a lot of other gins. Good nose, good palate. If you like the video, go and hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so while you're there. That way you get all the content coming out and all the great stuff we're going to be doing. With this weather, it might be putting a damper on a lot of different outdoor activities. But, I guess there it is. I also like to ask you something while you're here. If you think you'd like me to go back, I used to do some industry news, kind of like what we're covering here today about what's going on in the libations industry. And just shorts. I basically will do full videos sometimes if it runs that long. Sometimes just shorts, just to say, hey, look, this is what I see. This is what I'm hearing. This is in print or whatever. If you like little news updates or videos about what's going on in the industry or whatnot, go ahead and hit me up in the comment section if you'd like to get back to some of that. I have a couple of stories I'd like to cover, which is this Diageo we're covering now was one of them. But Diageo is in hot water for two reasons now. The Aviation Gin situation and the tequila situation. The Jose Cuervo and a couple of those mainstream, generic, mainstream, cheap AF tequilas where they're just lying. They're just lying. Get them, sick 'em, boys. Get them. I forget. It's like Tequila Regulation Association or something like that. But finally hammering down on tequila. Get it together. At least be honest on the label to your customers. Let's get this finished. That's a very easy sipper. And I do think that I'm going to feel the same way once we get to the full review episode. It'll probably even out. It'll ease up even more on the full review. But like I said, I don't normally drink gin neat. What I usually do is I slip it into some tonic water. I'm unplugging her right now. I've got to... I got to figure something out with that one. Anywho, AI is coming for us. I'm getting into Chat GPT, and you know that's one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I'm low tech, but I can do high tech. I don't want to put a whole lot of trust into high tech. Low tech, dumb tech, easy. It helps us. It doesn't do the job for us. I don't believe we have to have anything doing a job for us, because if we do, then what do? All the libertarians, we just sit back and enjoy life and do whatever we want until the Terminators come, right? Okay. Anyhow, there it is. In the comment section, I'd like to know, where are you at? What are you currently drinking? Have you had Aviation Gin? What do you think about it? Have you heard about everything we talked about? Let's talk about it in the comment section. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm going to say it's a pretty good one.